Assalamu alaikum. Hi, I'm Dr. Linda Bennett. I'm the president of the University of Southern Indiana, and I am so very proud to know your son, Suleiman Okari. I have so many good memories, and we've just been talking for a while and remembering some things as he anticipates graduating this Friday. I remember one of the first times I saw your son. We have an international food festival on campus where we have students from more than 60 countries on campus. And so they have their food booths, and you can go around this large room and sample the foods around the world. And it's wonderful. As I entered the hall, I saw the students. They were each at their station, which you would expect. Of course, they want you to sample their food. But the Saudi students and your son, they were coming out to greet. They weren't waiting at the station. They were approaching people and saying, please come, enjoy some of our food. And a side note, the food is delicious. I absolutely enjoyed it. But that's been the nature and the spirit of your son while here on USI's campus. So many here have grown to love him. He is truly a bright light. He welcomes everyone. He listens to learn from everyone. And he's an amazing young man. So I don't know what his next steps will be, whether he's going to come home. And he tells me about his love for his family, the strong family that he has, and how much he would like to come home. But he says he likes it here too. So my feeling is he will be back. He's going to probably come home to you, and that's wonderful. And I know you're going to love having him back. But I look forward to a time, too, when he comes back to visit. So all good wishes to you for good health and peace. I'm sorry I can't meet you in person. That would be truly a joy. So thank you very much for having the trust in your son to send him to the United States. He's been such a tremendous ambassador for the Saudi people. He and his Saudi friends here on campus, they have gone into high schools, they've gone into schools, they've talked about their country and their people. It's been such a wonderful thing to open the eyes of those who live here to a new culture and to a new understanding. He's done so much. So while he's been a student here, he's also been a teacher. So thank you so much for this opportunity to say a few words to you. And I know Suleiman's going to do so well in the future. So, assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon. This is to Solomon's family. My name is Dr. Ronald Rochon. I serve as provost here at the University of Southern Indiana. And in fact, yesterday was a beautiful day for myself and I would say the university as well. I was named the 4th president of the university. I'll start my new job on July 1, 2018. And Solomon has just come in and given me a hug and congratulated me, and I'm just so thankful. So let me begin with a greeting by saying Assalamu alaikum to the family, and just giving you great respect and praise for raising an amazing man who has spent 4 years here at the University of Southern Indiana. I am a father, I am a husband, and I am a professor and an administrator. And one of the things that I am so appreciative when it comes to this job is meeting phenomenal students. You all have that in your son. So be proud. He has been an ambassador for Saudi. He has been an ambassador for his family. He has been an ambassador for this university. And he has just been an amazing contributor to our community. I'm proud of him. We will miss him. You know, we celebrate this next weekend when he walks across the stage to receive his degree. I will wave and I will give you a hug, my brother. And most importantly, we ask you to do, just one most important thing, and that is go out and make the world a better place. You have the tenacity, you have the will, you have the compassion, and you have God in your heart. And so we are blessed to have had you here in our community, serving us, making us better, making us stronger. I bid you peace. I bid you serenity. I bid you grace. And most importantly, man, I bid you this thing we call purpose in life. Do good things. Be an ambassador like you have been the last 4 years. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Heidi Grigorian. I'm Assistant Provost in the Center for International Programs, and it's my great joy and pleasure to say hello to you, to all of Suleiman's family who are in Saudi Arabia and throughout the world. I just am so happy to connect with you, even virtually, and I hope someday, inshallah, to meet you in person and to share some time with you. From the moment Suleiman came to USI, from transferring from his school in Tennessee, from the moment I met him, I knew that he was a very special person. He immediately was a huge ambassador and strong advocate for our programs, for USI, for Indiana, and he's only ever been so positive and so such a good diplomat, such a good ambassador, both for our institution and what we stand for and what we're trying to do, but also so much for Saudi Arabia, for his home, for his beautiful culture and the people he represents, his family and his entire country. He has done more to promote goodwill and cultural understanding among peoples. And especially, I think, if I can say, during some difficult, challenging times in our country with what's going on right now, to have a voice like Suleiman's talking, in a way that is sincere, is from the heart, that is only intending to help people understand and to bring people together. That's so rare in this world, and we need it so much. So he's been a fantastic ambassador. I've learned so much more about culture, the Saudi culture, traditions, I just think it's benefited our entire community. So it's going to be very sad for us to see him go back home or go on to bigger and better things. I know he has a bright future ahead of him because of who he is. He has, I think, gotten some good training and experience and education here. But what he does with that is going to make all the difference in his life. And I know he's going to do the best he can at whatever he undertakes because that's just who he is. So I wish him all the very best for continued success and happiness. And I know in my heart that we will cross paths again. So that keeps me happy and hopeful, and I can let go and send him forth with a happy heart. So thank you, Suleiman, for all that you've done for us. You are an amazing ambassador and friend. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dinko Bacic. I'm Assistant Professor of Computer Information Systems here at the Romaine College of Business at USI. We're on the beautiful campus now. I believe today's date is April 25th, and this is, yesterday was the last day of classes, and it's kind of good time to a little bit reflect on this experience. And one of the experiences that I had is I had Suleiman in my class, actually a couple of the classes, and if you're watching this video, this little clip, with a family member or friend, and just want to let you know that you should definitely be proud of Suleiman and the work ethic that he brings here to the USI. He really represented his country well. You see, at some point I was like in his shoes. I was a foreign student, and I know that sometimes it takes extra effort. You have to do the double the time to get all the materials, and he was able to do it. He did it quietly and proudly. I had him in my enterprise resource planning. We worked with the SAP, and that was actually the first time I met him, and it struck me how he was very motivated. He always asked me, Professor, is this something that's very valuable? Is this a good skill to have? And how can I get this certificate? And right there I recognized that he's a little bit different than other students. And I really appreciated his willingness to learn. And I also noticed that he was a leader in his in a community of Saudi students and organized them and kind of worked with them. And again, as a faculty member who comes from a different background, I kind of understand that it's always good to have a leader like that when you have students trying to fit in the culture. He's going back to his home country, and he's bringing a lot of skills, and I think he's going to do extremely well. And I do hope that he'll consider coming back at some point, and consider his career very fluid, because I think he can bring both back to U.S. some of the skills that he's going to pick up back home, as well as the skill he picked up here, and he can bring it back to Saudi Arabia. And again, just wonderful experience. You all should be very proud. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hello to Suleiman's family. My name is Tim Shivik. I'm the Assistant Dean here in the Romaine College of Business. I've been lucky enough to have Suleiman in class a couple of times, as well as interact with him over a couple of years when he was doing leading the Saudi student organization. And I just want to take a moment to tell you how impressed I am with him, both as a person and as a student. He's a delightful young man, was an outstanding student, and I'm embarrassing him as we speak. But he's been a very, very enjoyable person to interact with. Most importantly, he has meant a lot to the lives of the other students here within the Romaine College of Business. He has had a leadership role and has really impacted, I think, numerous folks through his efforts here within the college and within the university. We're so pleased to have gotten to know him. We're going to miss him a lot. My son, who is in graduate school in Texas, mentioned Suleiman just a couple days ago in a conversation. So he's reached out and touched all of us, and we're very proud to have gotten to know him and to have a small part in his future. And we wish him nothing but the best, and we'd love to get to know you sometime too. So hello from Southern Indiana.
Hi, I'm Peggy Shields, Assistant Professor of Marketing at the University of Southern Indiana. I had the pleasure of meeting Solomon in my Principles of Marketing class, and was equally delighted that he decided to take additional courses from me, even though he's not a marketing major. I was always really pleased the semesters I would show up and there would be Solomon sitting there with his delightful smile, and always contributed to the class. The things that I will remember about Solomon are things like how charitable and kind he was. In our senior seminar class, he brought a dish to share with the entire class. I think everybody was pretty overwhelmed by his kindness and his generosity. And Solomon has had so many discussions with me about your country and your culture. It's been fascinating. I've learned so much from Solomon about a part of the world and a culture that I didn't understand before. So I appreciate learning that from him. I wish him all the best, which I don't need to wish him, because I know when you have those characteristics that you go far, and the sky's the limit for Solomon. He will have all the joy and happiness that he deserves. Thank you.